Good. All right. Good morning, guys. Appreciate you guys. Wait, now, so that was practice number 14 for us, and yesterday and on Tuesday we challenged our guys to make sure that we understood clearly that around here, like, spring practice is a real thing. We're going to practice the right way. That means we're going to challenge each other. We're going to compete at every position. We're not going to take those opportunities for granted, and really, really pleased and really enthused by the way they came out today and handled red zone, open field, short yardage, coming out, and then some 2-minute stuff at the end was really competitive and a lot of back and forth. So good to see them answer the challenge the way that they did. And they're now getting ready for the spring game. Lots of alumni in town tonight, tomorrow, and Saturday. The opportunity to honor a couple of guys that are going into the NFL Hall of Fame, to honor Coach Rick, and Carol Sofer as well, with as generous as they have been with the university and providing us with all they have provided. It's important for our players to see that, to understand how important gratitude is, as well as be around the people that got the University of Miami going and what it means to be a Hurricane. Michael Irvin will be speaking to the team tomorrow, and obviously a great example of what hard work is all about. So, with that being said, questions, please.
Coach, heading into the spring game, kind of what are you looking forward to get out the most football-wise, and what are some things you're excited for?
Well, it's the first half is live and the second half is stud, but it's still playing ball. We're still live, but just not going to the ground. When you go into a spring game, especially all these spring games are nationally televised, you just can't do all the stuff that you've been doing this spring, right? That wouldn't be the right thing to do. But you want to see guys play with great fundamentals, great technique, and you want to see them compete and really try hard to win every single one of their one-on-ones, all their battles. And to continue building the DNA, to continue just elevating the standards for our culture, because at the end of the day, I think we're starting to understand that standards are actions, are not words or slogans or T-shirts. So really fired up about the way spring has gone and want to finish it strong.
How big of a impressed you the most of this group towards practices?
I would say the consistency and the willingness to compete. I think people say we're in a new day and age of stuff. I don't know, maybe in some regards, but not in terms of competing, in terms of being a good football team. And I think we're understanding more and more the importance of practicing really hard and taking care of your teammates too, not going to the ground, avoiding the avoidables, but understand that all these opportunities we get, after Saturday, we don't get to put on pads again until August, and then it's real right after that, right? So that's part of the consistency and the willingness to compete and get better on a daily basis.
The spring game is an important recruiting event as well. The fact that it's on campus here this year, how much does it help you with those efforts?
Well, it's huge, I think, for everybody, for the students, for the faculty, for our community, for the alumni. If you haven't been back on campus in a few years, it's a whole different place now. And I think it's important that people get around campus again. We used to play the spring game out here, often, and it was an unbelievable event. And then from a recruiting standpoint, we've had a real steady and strong influx of talent coming in, because it's important that people come in and see what we do and how we do it. It would be no different than the different stops that we were at. It's exactly the same. We just try to always dial up the intensity and the passion, the energy behind it. So, and the spring game will be no different. The format is different. It's a game-like format. But aside from that, it's all systems go, and really pleased that the city of Coral Gables and the University of Miami found a way to get this done for us.
Mario, Cam's we're going to talk to today for the first time. What has he meant to this program even in 3 months he's been here? Has he changed at all? Has he developed his relationship with the team and just the future for him?
Well, I think quickly he earned trust, and he earned trust in the fact that he's up there in the office every waking free moment that he has, and he gets there early and he leaves late, and he pulls aside the receivers and the tight ends and he watches film with them, and he takes the linemen out to eat, and he spends time with the running backs, and then he'll wait after practice and do some more stuff with other guys that maybe were off a little bit, and then come in on Saturdays and get extra work. And trust and confidence is earned. It's not just given away. And what he has done, he has earned the trust of the people around him because of his time invested and the fact that he's an alpha. And when your quarterback needs to be an alpha.
Mario, what can you tell us about that 2-week span when I know you guys wanted him, then he declares for the draft, and then he decides not to declare for the draft. What was that like for the staff recruiting him and that communication between you guys and him?
You know, a lot like a lot of the recruiting battles we have. You know, it's always a marathon, right? When you're getting after it, and if you truly believe in it, you'll stay with it, and you'll stick to the truth. You just recruit guys with genuine passion, with honesty, transparency, and I don't know. There was a feeling all along that no matter how it initially played out, that he wanted to be a Miami Hurricane. You know, whether he admits that later or not, I'll say he's full of it. You know, but you know, when that call came in, I don't know if I wanted to high five or jump through the screen and put him in a headlock. You know, but the wait was worth it. You know, guys like that, you know, we feel that, you know how it is, man. Guys like that can make change and make a big difference, not just as a player, but as a human being, or, you know, they come once around, you know, not too often. So, and so far so good. We haven't played a game yet, so don't want to get ahead of ourselves. It's been an awesome spring. A lot of progress across the board in so many different areas, but mostly the fact that the team is finding ways to compete in everything we do. So, but very happy that Cam Ward is here.
Kind of along those lines, Mario, how much, I know football coaches are never fully satisfied, obviously. How much better do you feel about things after 14 practices? How many questions do you think are answered in your mind about what you really have and what can happen this the rest of the spring, this summer, and then going into the real work this fall?
I would define it as strong progress, really strong and real and tangible progress. I would also equate spring practice in college football because of the powers that be. They've come up with a formula, right? There's different things that affect rosters. Spring football for us is almost like minicamp. You got to find out what works, who's in a culture, who's not, who can abide by policies, who can't, who's willing to compete, who's going to fold. You get to put guys through the test and find out, and allows you to make decisions that move you forward. And the good thing is a lot of guys have made some of these decisions hard because of their effort and their willingness to do things a certain way. So, yeah, strong progress, mouth shut and working, brother. That's it.
Last question. Anybody besides, I know Henry Parrish and Nigel Lee, who have left the program, we haven't seen practice in the last week.
Right.
Anybody who has already left the program we might not know about, and that situation with the portal opening, people going
I
out.
think it's as simple as we got to get to a certain number on the roster, and you know, I think you guys are in the media. You got to write whatever story you think fits, but you're not at practice, and you're not behind the closed doors of real decision making, not some of the other stuff that people tend to put out there. You know what I mean? Football doesn't really tell lies. Positions are won out there. Some guys gotta attack it and do a great job, and some guys just flat out fold. Spring football is to find out who are the guys that can step up and play winning Miami Hurricane football. We never, ever, in any case, hold any hard feelings. If it's not for a person, if we can't have a person here due to whatever reasons they are, we always wish them the best. But we are always progressing forward, and we're very proactive with our roster decisions as to who is on the way out and who is on the way in. That's about as detailed as I can get, going right at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mario, is Ja'Cory the fourth string quarterback?
We'll find out. I know that's a big story for you. We're always going to play the best guys, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and every single rep will be earned. Not given, not narrative, earned. So you got it.
Thank you, Coach.
Got it?